Welcome to Ottawa Real Estate Chats, our second edition. I'm Dave Williams, Business Development Manager for Home Team Ottawa.
And I'm Bill Meyer, a sales representative with RE/MAX and lead agent with Home Team Ottawa.
So I figured we could change it up this time, Bill. Let's talk about houses.
Oh, okay.
I think you know a thing or two about houses.
Sure.
So it's a hot market, everything's selling.
Yeah.
And the question that I'm hearing is, do we really need to do all the work? Is there a difference in condition between a 7 or a 10?
In how the home it looks.
Yeah.
Well, first thing I'll say is, yes, the media is certainly projecting that everything is selling. Okay, but really, it's only about 40% of homes are selling within the first 2 weeks at or higher than list price. Okay, another 20 to 5% or so are kind of average days on market. Is in that 45-day range, and then of course there's about 20% of homes that just aren't selling. They are expiring. So we'll get that out there first.
Okay.
As far as the condition of home, it makes a difference because people still buy on emotion. They walk into a home and it feels good, it looks good, they see the space. There's that wow that's created with a well-staged home. It also sends a very clear message to the buyer that the seller is serious. They've taken the time, the effort, invested a little bit of money into preparing the home for sale. Often when I'm working with a buyer, we go and see 3 or 4 homes, or we walk into a house. Many of them have been staged, or at least professionally decorated, if we use that word instead of staged. And you walk into that one house that really, it's not that the cereal bowls are still on the kitchen table, but you can tell it just hasn't been prepared for sale, and the buyers know it. And they see things. You see a little crack here, a little dust there, a little moisture here, and they wonder, well, if I can see these things, what about the things I can't see, like the attic, like the foundation, like a finished basement, that's they got a ceiling that's finished. I mean, what can't they see? If the seller is not serious enough about selling their home to clean it up and to fix it up and to prepare it properly for sale, what else is out there? So to answer your question, yes or no, yes, it makes a difference if you're looking to maximize price and if you're looking to sell in a reasonable amount of time.
Okay, what does the conversation sound like when you're meeting with somebody who's looking at selling a house?
Okay, good question. It really, a little bit has to do with what I just said. Now I can just show them this video, okay? So, I mean, this is the reason. They ask me, do we need to do these things? Now, with Home Team Ottawa, I'm not a stager. My really specialty is in negotiating, understanding value, and providing a service, putting a package together that provides service to the client. And part of that service is I have a professional stager that I go to that will come in and do a consultation. So stager basically goes through the home, I want to say room by room, cupboard by cupboard, countertop by countertop, and creates a list. Okay, so there's a report that now the buyer is left with a report of here's 28 things we recommend you do to prepare your home for showing. A seller will look at this list and say, 18 of these things, of course I'm going to do that. Yes, I have to change the mailbox, it's rusty and falling off the front of the house. But there might be a couple of things that, we'll get into discussion about, do they want to invest any money, whether that's kitchen countertops or redoing hardwood floors or painting. The best investment really is a can of paint, a bottle of Windex, and some elbow grease. I mean, everything that should shine, that could shine, should shine. So that's where we start. But the conversation really depends on the house and where it is. Many houses, it's just a matter of decluttering and perhaps rearranging some furniture. I mean, yes, it's comfortable to have your furniture arranged this way to watch TV, but it might not show the room off as well. So a professional stager will consult our clients in that fashion as well.
Okay, good. So the next question is going to change gears a little bit.
Okay.
Instead of talking about houses, let's talk about the real estate industry. There's been a lot of stuff that's going on in the real estate industry, and I'm kind of curious what perspectives you have about how it's going to change over the next 5-10 years.
Okay, well, when I think of the real estate industry, of course, being in the industry, I think of kind of two sides. What's it mean to the real estate sales representative? What's it mean to the brokerage? What's it mean to the real estate professional? And of course, what does it mean with the client, the buyer and or the seller? So let's start there. I mean, there's no question that the client is really, they want information, and they're getting access to more and more information. I mean, with the internet, you can find out just about anything you need to find out about selling a home. Okay, pricing has changed. Recent changes in the Ontario Real Estate Association now allows us to share sold prices with potential clients and past clients. There's some rules and regulations about that. I won't get into that right now, but a lot of sold information. So the information is there. So that's great for the consumer. Now the consumer, it's a matter of interpreting that information. And that's where they need the professional realtor. So we'll talk about the realtor again in a minute, but the consumer really wants to have confidence in the realtor they're hiring. Throughout my years of experience in consulting clients on getting their homes sold, I mean, I found that there's really a few key questions that homeowners need in order to feel confident with the realtor they hire, and usually it starts with price and cost. Is the realtor able to show me what buyers are willing to pay for a home like this in today's market? Yeah. Okay, and what do they charge for that? What kind of commissions today are anywhere from 1% to 7%? What do you get for that? What kind of marketing do they do? Does a realtor have an all-encompassing marketing plan that uses today's modern tools and technology to reach the greatest number of potential buyers? Because it's by reaching the greatest number of potential buyers that we're going to find the right buyer that's willing to pay the price and terms that are acceptable, to the seller. Of course, they want to know, what experience the agent has in selling homes, especially in today's low inventory marketplace. Do they have an aggressive pricing strategy, a strategy that not only attracts buyers to the home, but actually causes a buyer to put an offer on paper. Right. Of course, and of course, there's all the other stuff. How do I get my house ready for sale? When it's on the market and there's people starting to come through, how do we coordinate those showings? How do we get feedback from the people who have come through? What did they think about the home? Is there anything we should change that's perhaps inhibiting us from selling it right now? And of course, after the sale, does the realtor have the systems and processes in place to not only sell your house, but to take care of your needs really throughout the process? So the consumer really wants to have confidence in the realtor. So going to the realtor now, I believe that the evolution of let's call it the single salesperson is an endangered species. They can't provide everything I've just said the consumer is going to want. Okay, so we've seen over the last decade, but probably in Ottawa, people are starting to notice this in the last 4 or 5 years, teams. Okay, yeah. Okay, the team environment, a team can again provide the system, has the systems that can provide the service to the clients that the average agent just can't possibly offer. So I do see that the evolution from the agent's point of view will be more towards the team being able to provide, as I say, a higher level of service. It's not just providing information anymore. The consumer can get the information. It's interpreting the information, helping the client understand that information, and putting a strategy together, to help the client, whether that's buyer or seller, do whatever they want.
And how does a team work different than your traditional single agent?
Well, again, I can speak, from my own case. I have a team, and we've got 4, let's call it non-real estate salespeople on my team. They're the service department of my team. Okay, we have a listing manager who coordinates all the paperwork and all the communication between the sellers and the brokerage, if you will. I have 2 marketing people. Again, I talked earlier about, does your agent have an all-encompassing marketing plan? So again, as a single agent, I can't do the 192 tasks that are needed in order to fulfill the job of a client, especially, as I say, in today's very competitive marketplace where the consumer is demanding good service. So the team, we have marketing, we have as I say, a couple service people as well. So it allows the realtor themselves on the team to be a specialist. Okay, so I specialize in presenting my value proposition to clients. Again, from a seller's point of view, it's helping them understand the value, what buyers are willing to pay for a home like theirs in today's market, as well as in the buyer's point of view, should they pay this much? How much have others sold for that are similar to that? Okay, and negotiation. That's where me as a realtor, my strength is. But the marketing, all the social media that needs to be done, all the marketing that needs to be done, all the administrative tasks that need to be done are handled by others who do it again, on my team, over 200 times a year. So if they've become specialists in handling this, we can certainly offer a higher level of service than an individual agent.
Excellent, excellent. So what else are you seeing going on in the market these days?
Well, it's a good market. We're coming out of the summer, and it seems that the fall is going to continue on at the same pace that we've seen the last few months. There's a shortage of inventory. I use the word shortage of inventory. It's just compared to history. Okay, we're down over 50% of where we were 24 months ago. Yet the number of sales is up. So we still got lots of buyers out there who want to buy houses. We just haven't got a lot of inventory on the market. And people ask why. And again, there's a number of reasons why. But one of the driving forces right now is sellers don't want to put their house on the market because they can't find something to buy. And they can't find something to buy because none of the sellers are putting their houses on the market. So it's a
catch-22.
It's a catch-22, yeah. So I mean, I see that continuing, certainly for the, at least a year or two. The inventory, there's such a pent-up demand from the buyers that the inventory is going to take a while to creep up. The election coming up will affect Ottawa more than perhaps the rest of the world, the rest of the world, but certainly the rest of the country. If the government comes in and maintains its level of employment, that's great. If they don't, well, then there'll be some uncertainty in the Ottawa market, and that could slow things down a little bit.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for watching. If you've got any real estate questions you want to throw our way, feel free to post them in the comments below or send us a note. We'd be happy to chat about them. And as always, we're here to chat with you about your specific real estate needs anytime you want.
Feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 613-788-2113. That's hometeamottawa.com. Thanks.